but I never got a chance to finish them. But Virginia Tech was the one that was on paper. It was the one college that was going to allow me to mail my stuff into them, and that was just easier because I just printed everything off and like late night one night just filled everything out and just mailed it off. And then when it came down to it, they actually ended up just saying, "Okay, we like you enough. We're gonna give you a full ride, so just come here." And I didn't know anything about college. I was like, "All right, but if you're gonna pay for it, like let's do it." It actually turned out to be an amazing experience. I mean, it was definitely a moment of growth. I was definitely threw me out of my comfort zone though, because I came up with nothing but Black and Hispanic people around. I got to Virginia Tech, and that was just it did a complete 180. Like we had a small core group of like Black people and like small minority population, but for the most part, we weren't there. And I mean that can be a little isolating too, and that was definitely a moment of growth and a moment where I got to see how the world really looks. But it was definitely just that paper application. It was that's kind of how I didn't really know much about college at that point. Nobody in my family had gone to college prior to that.
So you was the first.
Nobody really told me about it. Yeah, it was definitely first.
That's what's up, man.
Nobody could tell me about the experience. No one could say, "Oh yeah, this is how you're gonna do it." I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna figure this out." And that's just kind of how it worked out for me.
That's what I want to ask you too. Like, how was the experience? Because I'm an FIU guy. Like, I went to FIU, but I grew up a Hurricanes fan, so Virginia Tech and Miami got that rivalry and stuff like that. Like, how was like not just even with the sports, but like just the overall experience with Virginia Tech?
I mean, I'm not gonna ever have anything bad to say about Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech took a chance on me. Virginia Tech took more chances on me than now. Like, honestly, I didn't even do great my last year. People don't really even notice, but I was doing dual enrollment as well, so I was in 2 schools at that point, and I was like working 2 jobs, and like I was just doing horrible academically. Virginia Tech hit me up like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I was like, "Yo, like this was going on in my life. I kind of need to be able to like make things work out like financially, and I gotta also do all this academic something gotta give." And it was like, "Okay, we're gonna take a chance on you because we still believe in your story." So they still let me keep my scholarship. They still invited me to come to campus. They didn't like revoke anything. I got there, they looked out. They made sure I had a job. They made sure that they made sure I had a job. They made sure everything was paid for. My apartments was paid for. My food was paid for. I had meal plans. Like every time I ran out, like somebody was like, make sure I had it replenished. I'm not gonna ever have anything bad to say about Virginia Tech. Like they looked out and kind of put me in a situation to be able to like go to law school afterwards. They kind of like, even the people I met there, I met some people there that were like alumni that like were admissions counselors at law schools that kind of like walked me through my application. So I mean, the experience. I mean, the environment. It was resistant to it. But like in terms of like the administration and the people that I still do work for Virginia Tech. I was actually there. I want to say like recently doing something with like high school kids. They brought high school kids from like the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area to come there and just like learn about like school. And they brought me there to kind of speak to the kids and talk to them. And I was there. So I still have that good relationship with Virginia Tech. I'm always gonna have a relationship with Virginia Tech because without them, I don't know how this whole thing would have worked out. So
that's what's up, man. What did you study, by the way?
Oh yeah, I did finance. So I studied finance. Okay. Like a big part of my childhood was like financial struggle. Like everybody was struggling. My mom didn't really ever have money. Grandma didn't really have money. I didn't really have money. I was like, yo, the one thing I want to be able to understand, I want to understand money. So I went in like I want to be a lawyer and I want to understand money and I want to run companies. Finance just seemed like the perfect fit to be able to understand how money works. So I majored in finance, got out of there, and then I did the whole ball thing. But yeah, so that's kind of what sparked that. It was just like I wanted to be in a situation where I was financially stable and I didn't have to worry about money. And finance was that thing.
That's what's up, man. Because I remember with me when I was an undergrad, I was going through a crossroads as well. A lot of people don't know either. Like I had like a 1.4 at the time, and I went to my advisor in my business school because I was going for marketing. And I was like, I don't want to do it no more. Like, I love marketing, but I don't want to deal with the math and stuff like that. Not right now with everything that's going on. So like, let's just do an assessment and see what you want to do. Like, it'll tell you, like, give you an idea what you want to do. So I took the 20-minute assessment, and like finance was like number one, because like yourself, like growing up, I was taught to save money. So like if my mom gave me like $20 and like I got some McDonald's, I'll actually stash that change. I just put that away. So like my mom would always, she always tell me like, whenever you see some change, whether you got $1, $2, put that away. Put that on side. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do sports management. Because it's like I love sports, but also still love the business and stuff like that. So like I said, like we all go through different like stuff, like especially during college. I feel like college, especially during the undergrad, it's like that's that time when we grow up. We go through different things, whether it's money, whether it's death, whether it's like problems at school, like academic wise, and just make us the young men and women that we ought to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Also, I guess another thing I didn't mention about college. College is also the period where I joined in Greek life, so I pledged Alpha. That was a big part of my experience as well. Just like those guys, and like those guys are still some of my closest friends to this day. Just because like that was just a bond we built while we were on campus, and it was just like another resource there that kind of like another group of guys that were like that was just older than me and more mature than me, that kind of like took me under their wing. I was like, hey, this is how you like form a resume. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you move in this whole space to get to where you want to go. So I think that was also really, really important to my academic career as well. Just like being able to like have those older guys that were like seniors, like my freshman, sophomore year, like they really just kind of like take me under their wing and be like, hey, like this is kind of how you do things. Like this is how you should move. This is kind of how you should get this stuff done, because this is stuff you got to do later on. Mm-hmm. So I think that was huge.
That's what's up. My fiance, she plays Zeta at FAMU.
Okay.
So like with me, when I was undergrad, like I wanted to pledge, but I was like I'd rather wait till like graduate program.
I feel that.
But like how is like the Greek life in the quote unquote PWI? That's how. Like
that's a fair question. Mm-hmm. I can only really speak from a PWI perspective because I really didn't have the HBCU experience. Mm-hmm. But it was still there. It was still that same type of like family idea was still there. I guess we were also even maybe, although it was still rivalry amongst like the different organizations, I think we also were even more of a tight-knit group collectively, just because I think Virginia Tech is like 30,000 people. It was probably like maybe, in terms of like black people, I'm ballparking, estimating, but it might have been like somewhere between 400 or 500 of us. Wow. 500 of us. It wasn't that many of us. So it was like, yeah, we could all like have our different organizations, but at the end of the day, we all come together to support each other. And it was like it was like an unspoken thing. It was like whenever somebody was gonna have something, just show up. Like somebody from your organization need to show up, just to show that support, just to show that like, okay, we understand that we're not all in the same organization, but at the same time, we're gonna support each other. And also, even post graduation, like I just ran into one of the guys that was a capo on my yard. Like we just talked. He's in medical school right now. We just talked about like just like life and like how things just progressed since undergrad, and like everything we did back undergrad, and how like all of us competing and like our rivalries kind of made all of us better in terms of like the shows we put on, the stuff shows we put on, in terms of like programs we threw, in terms of like our creative ideas for fundraising. It was just like everything we did made each other better because we had to like push, because everybody was trying to outdo the other person. Yeah. So it's like everybody became better. It's like iron sharpens iron. Like, yo, we good and we know you're good, so we're gonna be better than you. Yeah. And at the same time, y'all trying to be better than us. So it's like everybody's just trying to be at their like optimal level.
Yeah, every time I'm around like the Greek life, I always compare it to sports.
Yeah, exactly.
It's competition, but at the end of the day, it's respect, and we all coming for that one common goal, and that's unity and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So let's go into law school, and you went to another prestigious university, Georgetown.
Yeah, law school is a whole different different vibe, a whole different energy. Law school, it's also a place where I made like some amazing like lifelong friends at law school, and I've also just built a crazy network there as well. It's like one of those places where you already have a degree, so you're already a professional, but at the same time, it's also this super competitive environment. Everybody's here smart. Everybody's here very, very bright. So it's like you gotta like be able to navigate that competitive nature, but also just like everybody here is also like a nice person. I mean, not a nice person, but everybody here is, you're gonna have to see these people for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
They're gonna be players, they're gonna be your colleagues. You're gonna have to see them for the rest of your career. You gotta balance out your competitive nature with also being like a genuine person.
Yeah.
Because law school is 3 years, but your reputation like goes with you forever. Like these are the same people that are gonna like be trying to like maybe give you business down the road, or the same people that's gonna try to like put you in a room. Oh, I still see all of my classmates all the time. Like just in New York, whenever I go back to DC, literally whenever I'm in like California, I run into somebody. This is like a network that you're just gonna always have to keep. So. I mean, law school was just a different place too, and also I was the first to go to college, so of course I was the first to go to law school.
Yeah.
Nobody could tell me how to navigate that either. It was just like law school was just really just a hit or miss type of thing. It was like, all right, we're gonna sink or swim. We're gonna see how this whole thing is gonna work out, and it ended up really working out well. Ended up like doing that, like interviewing for like a lot of different law firms, getting a whole bunch of opportunities. Ended up like just selling it for. I ended up like just interviewing like all over the country basically to pick coming to New York. That's a whole interesting story, because at first I thought I was going to stay in DC, ended up canceling all my interviews everywhere else, and then decided at the last minute that I wanted to be in New York, and then made New York happen out of nowhere. But it's crazy because coming from like a school in Richmond that a lot of people like in the state would just say, oh, that's a terrible school, like nobody from that school ever does anything, nobody does whatever, and then leaving law school and joining one of the like best law firms in the country, it's just like that's like mind blowing to people sometimes. It was like, wait, how do you come from like that school to like here, like my firm? I'm at probably one of the most elite firms in the country, and it's just like, how? And I guess it's just, and I guess it just really was just kind of just like Richmond kind of taught me that. Richmond kind of taught me how to like grind. Like my whole like law school experience wasn't just like, oh, like grades, whatever. It was like, how many people I gotta meet? How many emails I gotta send? How many coffees I gotta have? Like, how do I gotta move through this process to make what I want to make happen? And Richmond taught me that. Richmond taught me how to like grind. It taught me how to like make do what you got. So, I mean, I think people kind of was receptive to that, and it's like, yo, we want this guy on our team. And that's kind of why I got all the opportunities I got coming out of law school, and then why in law school, why so much just kept happening in my direction. So that was kind of like law school wrapped up.
That's what's up, man. So, like, so after you left law school and you said that you stopped all your interviews and you ended up going to New York, what was that whole process like? What was what was that day or that moment or that just that feeling when you was like, you know what, this is the place that I want to be at?
I will say, coming from like one of these type of law schools, I mean, it's a whole list of them, but like the interview process becomes like fun. I mean, it's exhausting, but it also becomes fun. The time period where I decided I was just going to come to New York and drop everything, I was already dinner with like the people that I work with now. A lot of my classmates, a lot of like my like colleagues that all joined the firm at the same time I did. We all went to dinner, and then afterwards we all like this is a ridiculous story, but whatever. After dinner, like we was with some of the lawyers that already worked there. It was like, yo, we about to go to the W or something like that, to the hotel. We about to go to the rooftop. We're gonna buy everything. Like I was like, all right, cool. This is how y'all living out here. Then we went there. We were just buying so much stuff, just buying like drinks, food, like whatever. I'm like, yo, you realize it's only like $10. Like, why we got all this stuff?
Yeah.
It was wild, but it was a wild night. And then I was just like, I was picking with the people that would also consider enjoying it. And then like when everybody went home, we all just stayed out in New York and just like ran around like the city, just hung out. I was like, yo, like I gotta be in a new place. I want to work with you people, like, cause I like y'all. We have a genuine good connection. Like none of y'all stuck up. There was a whole bunch of like I was out with a whole bunch of black people too.
Yeah.
So we were just kicking it in the city, and it's just like, yo, this gonna be if I gotta go through this whole like law firm life, and I gotta be here, I might as well be here with y'all. And these are the same people that's been riding with me the entire time we at the firm. We talk, we kick it, we hang out in New York together still. So I mean, it was definitely a good decision, but it was that moment. It was that moment when I found people that I felt were similar to me, but also like people who get it. Because like all of them, they all came from like they all went through the whole process. They all like agree with the whole